Hey there, future Japan explorers. It's your old pal Vince here, and let me tell you, Japan is incredible. Stunning temples, super advanced toilets that practically give you a hug. It's like visiting the future, but with way more history. But before you book that flight and start practicing your best anime character impressions, there are a few cultural customs you need to know. Trust me, you don't want to be that tourist. We're talking social harmony, people. The Japanese take respect very seriously. So, to make sure you're not accidentally committing some major cultural faux pas, I've compiled a list of 5 things you should never ever do in Japan. We're about to dive headfirst into the wonderful world of Japanese etiquette. Think of this as your crash course in not being a gaijin goofball. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even cry a little, tears of joy of course, because you're about to have the best trip ever. Let's do this thing. First up, let's talk about public transportation. I know, you just got off a 12-hour flight, you're jet-lagged, and you desperately need to tell your travel buddy about the weird dream you had involving a giant talking tuna fish. But trust me on this one, save it for later. In Japan, using public transportation is like entering a sacred temple of silence. And no, I'm not exaggerating. Imagine a library filled with ninjas who are really good at sleeping. That's the vibe on a Japanese train. People are reading, napping, or just enjoying the peace and quiet. So, put your phone on silent, pop in those headphones, and keep the volume down, and embrace the zen-like atmosphere. Think of it this way. Every time you resist the urge to blast your J-pop playlist on full volume, you're earning yourself some serious karma points. And trust me, you're gonna need all the karma you can get when you're trying to navigate the wilds of Tokyo's nightlife. Speaking of which, okay, picture this. You've just finished an incredible meal at a restaurant in Japan. The sushi was so fresh it practically swam onto your plate, the service was impeccable, and you're feeling like $1,000,000 yen. You're ready to shower your server with gratitude in the form of a generous tip. Well, hold on to your chopsticks, my friend, because tipping in Japan is a big no-no. That's right, folks. In Japan, tipping is not only unnecessary, but it can actually be considered offensive. Think of it as the opposite of those restaurants in Times Square that seat you even if you haven't paid yet. It's like they're saying your satisfaction is all the payment we need. Which, don't get me wrong, is lovely and all, but I'm from America, where we show our appreciation for good service with a fistful of dollar bills. So when the check comes, just pay the amount listed and resist the urge to channel your inner high roller. Your wallet and your waiter will thank you. Now, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart, pointing. I do it all the time. I point at my writers when they make a mistake. I point at my band when they play a wrong note. I even point at the audience when they don't laugh at my jokes, which, let's be honest, happens more often than I'd like to admit. But in Japan, pointing, especially at people, is about as welcome as a sumo wrestler in a teacup factory. It's just not done. Instead of using your index finger to single someone out or to highlight that particularly impressive tuna roll on your plate, try using an open hand gesture. Think of it like you're guiding a lost puppy to its owner, gentle, polite, and definitely won't earn you any dirty looks. And if you absolutely must point at something, say a particularly fascinating bonsai tree or a vending machine that dispenses hot ramen, because Japan, just do it discreetly. Like you're trying to hide a secret from a flock of ninja pigeons. They're everywhere, trust me. Alright, next up we have a custom that's actually pretty practical once you get used to it. Taking your shoes off before entering someone's home, and some businesses too. Think of it like a mandatory foot spa before you're allowed to experience the full glory of Japanese hospitality. Now I know what you're thinking, but Conan, my socks have holes in them. Or what if my feet are, shall we say, a bit fragrant after a long day of exploring? Don't worry, my friend, I've been there. The good news is, most homes and establishments provide slippers for guests. And if not, well, just embrace the freedom. Let those toes breathe. Besides, it's a sign of respect, and the Japanese really appreciate it when you make an effort to follow their customs. So, ditch the kicks, slip into something more comfortable, or not if that's your thing, and get ready to experience Japanese hospitality at its finest. Last but not least, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the snot rocket in the subway car. Look, we've all been there. You're minding your own business, enjoying a delicious bowl of ramen, when suddenly, you feel it. The unmistakable tickle in your nose that means only one thing: you're about to sneeze. Now in most countries, you just let it rip, right? Maybe give a courtesy excuse me afterwards. But in Japan, blowing your nose in public is like performing an interpretive dance in a library. It's just not done. It's considered rude and unhygienic. So, what's a congested traveler to do? Well, if you feel a sneeze coming on, try to find a private place to let it out. A bathroom stall, a secluded alleyway, behind a particularly large bonsai tree. You get the idea. And if you absolutely can't escape the public eye, well, just try to sneeze as discreetly as possible. Like a ninja, disappearing in a puff of smoke. So there you have it, my friends. 5 things you should never, ever do in Japan. I know, it's a lot to remember. But hey, that's what makes traveling so much fun, right? It's all about stepping outside of your comfort zone and experiencing new cultures. Just remember, the Japanese people are incredibly welcoming and forgiving, especially if you're making an effort to respect their customs. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, just try to learn from them. And who knows, you might even impress the locals with your newfound cultural savvy. Anyway, that's all from me for now. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more travel tips and hilarious misadventures. And remember, when in doubt, just do as the ninjas do. Or just ask a local. They're usually pretty helpful. By keeping these tips in mind, you'll ensure a more respectful and enjoyable visit to Japan. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel tips. Sayonara!